Today we're going to talk about how I plan to fund my Roth IRA with money I make selling options. We're going to talk about briefly what is a Roth IRA, show you my current status in funding my Roth IRA, and how you can basically do the same if you choose to. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. That way you don't miss any videos in the future. And this morning I made a transfer out of my Robinhood account for $1,000. And this went into my checking account, which is then going to go to Fidelity, because Fidelity is where I have my Roth IRA. And you can see I did the same thing back in January. And the reason I'm taking money out of my portfolio instead of just stacking it in Robinhood and buying more and more shares, which I do with the other money that I make from selling options, is because I'm using this money to fund my Roth IRA. If you don't know what a Roth IRA is, there's plenty of other videos on YouTube to explain that to you. But high level, it's a retirement account that you can contribute to and put that money into different indexes or stocks, whatever you want, and any gains you get on that you can take out after 59.5 totally tax free, which is huge because you don't want to end up paying taxes on those gains when you don't have to. That can be a big percentage of the gain. And so last month I ended up making in premiums $3,354. And what I ended up doing was taking a subset of that $3,000 and funding my Roth IRA with that, being very thoughtful of the future. And I did this by selling options. I do it on a various amount of stocks. You can go check out my other videos to see me talking about the trades I just document on this YouTube channel. And with most of that money, I just reinvest into the portfolio. But like I said, the $1,000 that I withdrew is going to the Roth. If you're curious about selling options and you don't know where to start, I do have a course for beginners. It's an hour long. It tells you everything you need to know about selling puts and selling calls to get started and everything in between. So like I said, that'll be in the description. And thank you so much for even considering it. And I didn't know the requirements for opening a Roth IRA off the top of my head. So I went to Copilot to ask. And for 2024, if you make under $165,000 a year, you can contribute to the Roth IRA. And if you're married and you're filing jointly, it's $246,000. There's no age limit for opening a Roth IRA, and you can contribute a set amount a year. In 2024, I actually think it was $7,000, not $6,500. And I do know that 2025 is definitely $7,000 because I have contributed so far this year $2,400 into my Roth IRA. And for the last few years or so, I've contributed the full amount because I think it's a great vehicle for retirement. And I just put this money in index funds, S&P 500, blue chip growth, and it's something I'm just going to let sit until I retire and I can withdraw from and live a great retirement. So let me show you an example of selling an option and how that generates income. And now then you can get the understanding of how I can take that income then and send it to my Roth IRA. So we're here on Robinhood, and let's just say I love NVIDIA stock because I do. And let's say I want to sell a put on NVIDIA stock. So we'll go to sell a put and we'll look at expirations for next Friday. And I'm okay with buying NVIDIA stock at $110 if it goes below that by next Friday. And for selling this contract, I'm given instantly $145. And this hits my Robinhood account, like I said, instantly. And I can take that $145 and I can buy more shares of stock if I wanted to, or I can withdraw it from my account and pay credit card bills, go buy a pizza, or in my example, send it to Fidelity for my Roth IRA. And once you make a lot of trades like this, you can accumulate the premium and then, like me, send maybe $1,000 or so a month to your bank account. So I thought this was cool. My plan to entirely fund my Roth IRA with income from selling options. And I hope you find it interesting as well. This channel is not financial advice, it's just me documenting. But if I were to give any advice, it would be to open up a Roth IRA if you haven't already, because it is tax-free and it's a great way to prepare for retirement. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in a future video. And if you want to check out my course, it will be linked in the description.